So I made this bed out of some rough lumber I got from the Home Depot, so the first thing I had to do was mill it down to size. Then I took the boards over to my table saw to square up the sides. The first part I started working on was the base, so here you can see me using my table saw to cut the boards down to about 1 inch thickness. Once I had all the boards down to the right dimensions, I went ahead and glued them up and secured them with some clamps. I also attached some pieces of scrap pine with a nail gun, and these are just to secure the boards and serve as a point of attachment for the central support later on. After the glue dried, I flushed up all the edges on my table saw. Then I went to each of the corners and marked and cut out a 3/4 by 3/4 inch piece, and this will allow the base to sit flush against the legs. And then I attached that central support piece I mentioned earlier. Next I started milling down the lumber to make the legs and the base frame. So first I ripped the lumber into 1 inch strips, then rotated the pieces and ripped them again at 1 inch. And this will give me the 1 by 1 inch legs, and the offcuts from these are perfect size for the base frame. So because I needed the base frame pieces to be shorter than the leg pieces, I went ahead and chopped those to length using a stop block. Right when I was doing this, I realized that the crossbar piece would be the exact same length as the base frame pieces, so I went ahead and cut that to length as well. And you'll see that come into play later on. Then I drilled pocket holes on both ends of each side of the base frame pieces. Then I went ahead and attached the base frame pieces to the legs, and here you can see me using these 2" by 1/2" spacers to make sure I'm getting everything lined up properly. After I had all 4 attached, I could go ahead and attach the base. I thought it'd be fine just using glue, but I wasn't accounting for how much the wood was going to expand, so I had to come back and attach some L brackets later on. The next part I started working on was the top. Here you can see me cutting some half laps that'll connect the pieces of the frame. After I had those all cut out, I started attaching them to the top frame using some finishing nails and glue. You can see me clamping the crossbar in between the legs as I attach these, and this is just to make sure that everything's evenly spaced out. Once the glue had dried, I came back with my Japanese pole saw and trimmed off the excess. One of the last things I had to do was to make these decorative borders that go around the bed. To make these, I'm just using the offcuts from when I milled the baseboards down to thickness. I cut these so they fit nice and snug, then just secured them with some glue to the legs. They're not going to be structurally important, so this should be fine. Then I came back and sanded all the rough spots flush with 120 grit sandpaper. Finally, I just had to make some weights for the drapes that are going to hang over the top of the piece. I wanted the drapes to be removable in case they needed to be washed, so I just cut these to fit and didn't glue them in. And once I put the bed in, it was done. So this is Joni, and beyond being the adorable recipient of this dog bed, she is also a rescue from this woman known as the Pug Queen. And she's got tons of other pugs that need a home, so please go check her out and potentially adopt a pug or just support her channels. I'll be linking the Facebook and Instagram below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, adopt, don't shop.